Hi everyone, Lisa here with Mini Me in Tennessee, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to film a loose skin body shot skin flick video for you. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, just keep watching. So I am back today with a body shot, skin flick video, whatever your preference is to call these. I have not done one of these since my 12-month post-op update, and I am now into month 19. So it's been a while. My body has changed a lot since then. It's like things are kind of moving around and adjusting and trying to find where they want to be. I know my boobs have changed a lot. It's like when I got down to my very lowest at 118, my boobs really shrank, and they were pretty much just skin bags. And I had gotten all the way down from a double D to a B cup, but they are starting to fill in again on their own. I'm not sure what's going on there. It could be hormonal, I don't know. But the B cups that I'm currently wearing, I'm starting to spill out of a little bit. I'm going to put on a bikini for you today and let you see what's going on with my body and my skin. I'm gonna tell you guys, this is not easy for me. For some reason, when I was doing this on a monthly basis, it didn't really seem to bother me that much, but for some reason, I have a lot of anxiety today to put on a bikini for you guys. I don't know, I just do. So we'll see how it goes, but someone had asked me about my loose skin in one of my Stitch Fix videos, and they were saying that they were curious if I actually had loose skin. This is probably from someone who hasn't been around with me for a very long time. I just have to tell you guys, clothing can cover a lot of stuff. I have been very fortunate that I don't have a lot of like hanging things. My skin is more or less just loose and crepey, and I'm sure with a little bit of plastics it would look a lot better, but I'm not ready to go there yet. I still feel like my body is going through changes, and I want to make sure that my body is completely settled into where it's going to be before I invest all that money into plastics, because when I do it, I want it to be done and over with and not have to go back and do any kinds of revisions or anything. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. That's a long time down the road. I'm gonna go slip into my bikini and I'll be right back. Guys, before we get into my skin flick, I wanted to show you a before and after picture. It's funny because it's true. I just want to come back to you real quick and let you know that this bikini I purchased last summer from Target, and it is a little big on me. It's February. I haven't bought a bikini for this summer yet, but I think it's going to be okay. The top's a little bit looser than the bottom, so hopefully I'm not going to hang out of it. But yeah, let's go. I've been giving you a full body shot, and I'll do a 360, and then we'll do some close-up stuff. This would be a full body shot for gastric bypass post-op month 19. So I wanted to just start with my face. Actually, it's not something I've actually talked a whole lot about in any of my other body shots, but I have noticed a difference in my face since losing weight, and a lot of this is aging. So if you're mid-20s, you might not experience this as I have, but mostly in this area and in this area, I've noticed a lot of difference. My face used to be full of fat, so when I lost weight, that also went away, and so it's left some loose skin in my face. These frown lines, brow line, whatever those are called, those have always been there since my 30s. That's just part of the aging process. I've noticed most of the loose skin is right here in this area. I had a little bit of that before because of aging, but since I've lost the weight, this has really shown itself a lot more. If you pull back right here a little bit, you can see the difference. So that's one area. Another area is under my eyes and right in this area. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it all up, but I'll try to turn so you can see all the angles, especially if I smile. See all this? I didn't have that before. Just remember, some of that is aging, so everyone might not experience that. And especially right in here. And I've even noticed my eyelids are more crepey than they used to be. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but... And then in this area right here. I don't know how to show you that the best way, but maybe smiling. You can see a lot more of some lines that if I pulled back wouldn't be there. And like I said, a lot of that could just be aging too, but it didn't look as distinguished. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. It wasn't as noticeable before I lost weight. So that is my face. Neck. I've been very fortunate, I guess. It could be a lot worse. I know a lot of people that have lost weight have some stuff hanging here. I think here again we have a combination of losing the weight and also aging. But I mean, I have a little bit of a vagina neck right here. Just a little tiny bit. If money were no object, I would get this fixed, but it's not something I'm very self-conscious about. Because when I put my face down, it's typically hidden. I don't usually talk like this, so it's fairly hidden. But if you pull back, you can see the difference. Yeah. So that's the neck. It's my chest area. This top is a 30. I'm trying to remember. This top is a 36C, and I'm in a 34B basically. So this top is way too big for me, as you can tell. There's lots of room right here. So I have lost a lot of breast tissue, but like I said, it is starting to fill out again. I'll show you my arms. I am very self-conscious about my arms. I didn't think I was going to be in the beginning because I didn't think my arms were that bad, but I have since changed my tune on that. I now feel that it's probably one of the parts of my body I'm the most self-conscious about, I guess because it's the most seen, especially in the spring and summer. And yeah, so I don't know, but you can see here when I put my arm down, there's quite a bit of loose skin in this area. See how that looks. I know it could be a lot worse, guys. I know it could, but it is what it is, and I don't like it. Yeah, so there's that. I have just this little bit of hanging right here, and I know if I worked out that might look better, but I don't like that. When I put my arm down, there's a lot of crepiness right here. That's really what bothers me the most, I think, because I'm not normally going like this when I'm out in public, but I am like this. And when I'm moving my arm around, you can see it. I am very self-conscious about my arms. And there's the back of my arms. You can see the crepiness right here over the elbow. Yeah. So I mean, they're not super terribly bad, but it's probably just me. I would say most people might not even notice it, but It's just one of those things about my body I don't like right now. And so if I were to have the arm surgery, my arms would be pretty thin, I think. Don't really think there's anything in my upper back area that bothers me. It is funny though, because this little, I don't know what that is. My dermatologist is watching it. They're just calling it a freckle, but it used to be up here on my shoulder blade. So that tells you how much my skin has dropped from the weight loss. Yep, because it was up here. It's kind of funny. Here is my tummy area. This is from my gallbladder removal surgery. I'm having a hard time with that one healing as quickly as all my other incisions did. That one and this one. And we think it's because there's still some internal stitches in there. I know they still itch once in a while. So those are going to take a little bit longer to heal. But my gastric bypass incision, let me pop my glasses on and I'll see if I can see it better and I'll point them out to you. Okay. My gastric bypass incision is right there. You can see that it's healed really, really well. That doesn't bother me at all. This is going to bother me a little bit probably this summer, so I'll have to look for swimsuits to cover that. Probably tankinis, I guess, because I don't really like one pieces. But anyway, that's from my gallbladder removal. This is gallbladder removal and gastric bypass. He used the same incision for that one. This is gallbladder. Oh, wait a minute. I always get confused because they healed up so fast. Okay, yeah. This is gallbladder. That's gallbladder. This is gastric bypass. I had my gallbladder removal almost at a year post-op of gastric bypass. That's gastric bypass. You can hardly see it. If I didn't have my glasses on, I wouldn't be able to see it in the viewfinder. And that's gastric bypass. See, they're just a little bit darker than my regular skin tone. I think that's it. Okay, so that's it for the incisions. But now you can see my tummy. I mean, it's basically flat. All I have is just this loose, crepey skin. And of course, this little pooch down here that most women have after having children's. But if the loose skin were gone, you could see my stomach would basically be flat. I don't think at this point I would need any liposuction. This right here I think is just the muscle damage from having the babies, and I have lots of stretch marks, as you can see. So if I were to have what I think I'm going to need a body lift. So if I were to do that, then all of this would be gone. Most of those incisions would be gone anyway. But all of that is just loose, crepey skin, as you can see. Just loose skin. There's really not any fat in there anymore. Okay, I want to show you the back. I do have issues with my back, my lower back area. If I were to have a body lift, which I think they probably come running here somewhere, if I pulled all that together, this little rolly thing here is gone. So let me lift it up and I'll show you what I mean. So see, if I lift that, it's gone. So that's why I think I don't need just a tummy tuck. I need an entire body lift, because that gets rid of that completely. And not only does it get rid of that, but it also lifts in this area. and my bottom. And I'll show you that too. My thighs, as you can see, there is some creping in that area as well. I'm not as self-conscious about these. I mean, I am a little, I think about it like when I'm walking around the pool, but I don't know, I just feel like this is more hidden because it's on the inside of my legs. So, I mean, it jiggles and it swings a little bit, but I don't know, it's just not something that bothers me as much as like my arms do. But there is some crepey skin there, as you can see, on both sides. But when you lift, look what happens. Watch them real close. If I lift this, doesn't that look so much better? Okay, watch again. So I'm thinking if I had a 360, that it would just about fix all of my issues in this area. Of course, that's not going to fix my arms and my boobs, but all of, like, from the boobs down, I think a 360 would fix a lot of that. So look again, look at my thighs and how they lift when I pull on this right here. They lift almost smoothly. And then, of course, I have my rear end, which is a really bad area. And I hate the way this looks. This is going to be something I'm going to be really self-conscious about this summer. But here again, watch how that changes when I lift the skin back here. If I can get a hold of it. There. See how much better that looks? Of course, I still don't have a rear end, and I don't have any fat left anywhere really for them to fill it in with. But just lifting it makes it look so much better. So that might satisfy me anyway. And then I'll show you from behind. I can get a hold of it. My nails are kind of digging in, so I'm not able to get a real good hold on it. But look how much better that looks, just lifting all of this. Much better. Okay guys, so that's my body shot for month 19. Body shot, skin flick, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's a little of both, right? So yeah, that's what my body looks like currently. And I mean, I'm thrilled with my results, don't get me wrong. It's just, and I think a lot of us go through this at some point. I've heard it in other YouTubers' videos. You feel like once you lose all the weight that you're going to be just completely satisfied with your body. But then we actually see what it looks like after the weight loss, and we still have our flaws for sure. Don't get me wrong, I would totally rather have the loose crepey skin as to be obese again. Totally take it over the other for sure. But if I could fix it and money were no object, I would definitely have plastics. I feel like I still need to wait a little bit longer. Like I said, my body still seems to be changing a little bit. But at some point, I would like to have at least a body lift. I think that would correct a lot of things. I guess it's just going to take talking to a plastic surgeon, but I mean, come on guys, I'm going to be 50 in October. I mean, is it not too late for me to worry about a boob job? I don't know. I mean, a lift, I would definitely consider a lift, but implants, I just don't know if that's in the cards for me. As far as my bottom goes, I think I could make it look better with some strength training, working out. I know, I don't do it. But I could possibly make that look better, and the body lift would definitely make it look better. I don't know about the whole implant thing, and I can't do the lift because there's no fat for me to take from one area to fill that area in with. Shapewear, I don't wear shapewear. Sometimes I do on my bottom area to try to lift it a little bit for special occasions, for dresses. But I'm definitely going to look into some shapewear probably pretty soon. I wanted to kind of wait until I felt like I was where my body was going to settle into, because it's quite expensive if you get some really good quality shapewear. So I may be looking into that soon, but that's not really going to help me a whole lot in the summer, except for maybe some dresses, because there's so much skin that you show in the summer. So yeah. But right now I'm not really wearing any shapewear. I think that was one of the questions I got. So yeah. I hope this helps someone, and for those of you who are asking for this video, I'm certainly glad to finally get it up for you, and I'm sorry that it took me so long. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm Christina Person. I'm 28. I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I just underwent bariatric surgery, gastric sleeve, in 2017. My surgeon is Dr. Kipnis, and the surgery was performed at Jersey Shore University Medical Center. I was just very overweight. I would work, I'll go to the gym, I would go for walks. I tried little diets. I found out by seeing all my specialists that I had an underactive thyroid. One day I go to the store and I just look at my reflection and I just noticed myself. I was like, I don't know you. That's not who you are. What made me decide to go for the bariatric surgery with Dr. Kipnis is seeing one of my friends who were also obese go for the bariatric surgery. I seen her results and I was influenced and also inspired to go and consult with him. I felt care and I felt compassion. I felt educated. Since the surgery, I've lost over 150 pounds. I try to maintain a good healthy weight. What I love to do with my daughter is we like to go to the theme park. I tend to drag her like I'm a teenager myself. She sees a different person. She's very excited. It's brought us closer together because I'm more active. It's been a great journey, and I feel that it would be an amazing experience for anyone who's looking for this outlet.
My poop comes out nice and soft and fluffy and just saying. Hi everyone, Lisa here with Mini Me in Tennessee, and as always, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my videos, I am a gastric bypass weight loss surgery patient. I had gastric bypass surgery about 22 months ago. Today I am sharing with you my top 10 must-have favorite tools after weight loss surgery. These are 10 things that I highly recommend and that I have felt have helped me be successful with my weight loss surgery journey. So if this is a video you think you would like to see, just keep watching. We're going to get started in just a moment, but a couple little housekeeping things first. If you are new to my channel and you have not seen me before and you're curious about my weight loss journey, there is some information in the description box below. Some stats are down there, where I had my surgery, who my surgeon was. And for anything that I mention in my video today, if I purchased it from Amazon or if it's available on Amazon, I will have it linked in my Amazon store. And the link to my store is also in the description box. Number one is a food scale. And I just picked this one up on Amazon. I had another one that I have been using all this time, but it finally pooped out on me. It only has 2 buttons, which I really like. My other one had tons more buttons and it was more difficult to use. This one is much easier. You just turn it off and on here with your 0 out button, and then you have your unit button to change it from grams, ounces, whatever. Why do I feel a food scale is important, and why do I feel like it's helped me succeed with my weight loss? I feel it's very important to weigh and measure your food so that you don't overeat. As you're coming up through the different phases after your surgery, you're going to be able to add more and more ounces as time goes on. Not only, of course, will that cause weight gain if you overeat, but it also can hurt your tummy, especially early on. So if you're measuring out your food and you're getting exactly what your nutritionist and surgeon has recommended that you get during whatever phase of your journey you're in, this is so important. At this point, I eat about 6 ounces of food. I'm 22 months post-op, and I don't want to get into the habit again of overeating. So I don't measure my food every single time like I used to. I used to measure everything for at least the first year. But now I have a pretty good idea of how much 6 ounces is since I've done it so much. But I do still on occasion measure just to make sure and remind myself how much 6 ounces of food really is. So yes, I do feel a food scale is ultra important. Number 2 on my top 10 list of must-have tools after weight loss surgery is a vitamin or pill organizer. And this is my favorite one. I have tried 3 or 4 different ones. And yes, I did find this one on Amazon. It comes in different colors. And each sleeve has 4 different slots for the day. And they are very big and roomy, so I can fit all of my vitamins. And guys, I take a lot of gummy type vitamins, and we know those can be pretty big, and it holds them all. And it has one for each day of the week, as you can see. And each sleeve will pop out. That's what I love about it so much. As you can see, there's a little hole behind each sleeve. You just put your finger in there and pop it out, and then you slide it back in, and that little groove catches it. It is labeled each weekday, and you have morning, noon, evening, and nighttime. And I'll pop this open and try not to spill all of my goodies out. I have gummies here. I have gummies in each slot, and then I have my other meds as well and other vitamins that I take. And as a gastric bypass patient, we take lots of them, don't we? Or any weight loss surgery patient for that matter. But I love this. It's great for traveling. It's a very easy to load. I have all of my vitamins and things in a little plastic storage bin, and I just go grab it from my bathroom closet. I set everything out on my island in my kitchen. I open all the compartments. I just open one bottle at a time and drop each one in as I go. It takes me about 5 minutes, and that's once a week, and I'm done. And it helps to remind me what I have or have not taken. So I've forgotten to take something, I'm gonna know it because it's there waiting on me. This one in particular, when I was working outside the home, was very nice because each morning I could just pop this out, throw it in my purse, and take it to work with me. That way I would have it, and I got in a habit of doing that every day, and so I don't miss my vitamins. So I highly recommend this. It's very helpful for all situations, traveling, work days, and to help you remember to take them, which is ultra important. Number 3 on my list of must-have tools is a food tracker, some sort of food tracker, whether it's a diary that you handwrite in, some sort of journal, or if it's an app. I personally use MyFitnessPal. There are tons of different apps out there, and they are free. MyFitnessPal is free to a certain extent. It has a lot of different options that you get with the free version, but if you decide to pay for it, which I don't do, but I know some people do, then you get a lot more options. So that's a strictly personal thing. I know a lot of bariatric patients use Bariatric Pal or Baritastic. I didn't like those as well for me personally as MyFitnessPal. You know, everybody has their own preferences and what they like, but I totally recommend you use some sort of food tracker. I can just about guarantee you, if you're pre-op and you don't know this yet, your nutritionist, dietitian is going to recommend you do that as well. And I feel it's very important to be able to track your foods, know what you're taking in, and to try to help you meet those macros. Okay guys, number 4 is what I call my bariatric Bible. This is the information that I have gotten from my surgeon's office, from my bariatric team, nutritionist, dietitian, exercise physiologist, all those folks that are part of my bariatric team that have helped me and guided me along the way. I feel this is very important to keep and to reflect back on and use as a reference throughout your journey, because sometimes we get comfortable in what we're doing or we kind of stray off track a little bit, and this will help you get back to basics. If you're in a stall, if you have gained weight, go back and look at your bariatric Bible and go back to basics. Remind yourself what the basics are. Follow your surgeon's guidelines for you. Follow what your nutritionist tells you. And this, I feel, is just very important and has been a super important part of my success. If I need to go back to basics, I always refer back to this and remind myself what those are. And this is certainly a huge help to me. Number 5, stool softeners. Guys, a lot of us have issues with constipation after weight loss surgery. It is a very common thing in the community. Our diets are changing. We're not taking in enough fluids a lot of times. And a lot of us just deal with constipation. I have, for sure, especially in the beginning. But I tried lots of different things along the way. Laxatives, fiber, you name it, I have tried it. And the thing that has worked the best for me is stool softeners. I have a very sensitive tummy. I always have. It's not because of my surgery. Laxatives hurt my stomach. Certain medications I take hurt my stomach. I just have a really sensitive tummy. And stool softeners have been the best for me in keeping the pipes flowing well and keeping things on track. And that is important. It is very important and helps with our weight loss to keep ourselves regular. It's not the best subject to talk about, but it's something that we talk about often in this community, isn't it? But stool softeners have worked very well for me. Now, I don't take them every day. I did in the beginning because my constipation was worse, newly pre-op, but it gets a little bit better as you're being able to eat more and more veggies and get a little more fiber. In the beginning, you're solely concentrated on protein. Yeah, so we have those issues sometimes. I take them now about 3 times a week, and I do put them in my organizer. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it's knocked out. And I take one each of those 3 days, and these are very easy to swallow. This, of course, is the Equate brand from Walmart. They're very inexpensive, and I'll show you what one looks like. And guys, I know this is TMI, but this stuff really, really works for me. So if you're having issues, give them a try. They're just a gel cap. Like I said, easy to swallow, and they work. My poop comes out nice and soft and fluffy and just saying. Number 6, if you are pre-op or newly post-op, I highly recommend that you start a clothing budget. This is something that I didn't really think much about early on. I mean, I thought about the fact that, yay, I'm gonna get to buy new clothes, it's awesome. I didn't think about the cost of those new clothes, and I didn't think about everything that I was gonna have to buy. My mind was all in fairy tale land. I get to buy new tops and shorts and pants. I didn't think about everything under the spectrum of clothing that I was going to have to replace. Folks, we're talking bras, panties, shoes. I had to replace a huge amount of my shoes because when my feet were bigger, they apparently stretched, and when I lost weight, they didn't fit anymore. I actually went down a half a size. And coats are expensive. I didn't think about having to replace all my coats and jackets and sweaters. I didn't think about that in the beginning. All of my underwear, as I said, jewelry, I have to get my jewelry sized. That's been a huge expense. Guys, everything that you own, as far as anything that goes on your body, you're most likely going to have to replace it. 98% of it probably going to have to replace. So start a clothing budget as soon as possible. I know there's thrift shops out there and there's consignments, and those will help, but you still have to replace them. And you don't always want used stuff. In the beginning, that's probably going to be fine because you're transitioning through all those clothes. And yeah, but when you get to your goal and you get to maintenance, it's fun to buy new things and try out cute things that you never had before, never tried before, because now you have this new body and your style will change, or at least it did for me. Yeah, so it's fun to be able to have the budget to play with to buy those new things. So even if you can only set aside $10 a week or $20 a week, whatever your budget allows, start doing that as soon as possible. You will thank me later. Number 7 are metal tumblers. And the reason I like the metal is because they will help to keep your liquids cold and hot lots better than any other type of tumbler. I have all sorts of tumblers and cups and things. People have given them to me. I have collected them. I love Tervis tumblers as well, but these are my favorite. And especially being newly post-op, because our fluid intake is very, very slow. You can't drink fast in the beginning. It's tiny little sips, and this will help to keep your fluids cold. So I love my metal tumblers, and in the beginning you'll be drinking lots of broths and things like that. So I actually have 2 examples here for you. You can use them both for the same thing, but I always had one of each. I had something for warm and something for cold, and these Contigos are really, really good for hot and cold. They last for hours. This is my coffee tumbler, and this was the one I used to take to work with me all the time. And it's really important for those broths that you'll be having in the beginning. And this is my favorite metal tumbler, and this is my Yeti. I know there's Ozark Trail and other ones out there that work just as good, but what I liked about this one was the actual lid set that I have here. It comes with this, which is fine for drinking out of, especially in the beginning when you can't drink from straws. But later on, you can drink from straws, or at least my surgeon said it was okay for me. And I found that I was able to get my liquids in much, much better with a straw. And for those of you who tell me I shouldn't drink from straws, shame on you, because it helps me get my fluids in, and that's more important. The only thing that's wrong with drinking from a straw in the beginning is that it puts air in your tummy and it makes you a little uncomfortable. Anyhow, as you can see, it has the mouth spout here. So that's the lid that it comes with. But on Amazon, I found this one, and I like this one a lot because it has the straw hole, and it actually comes with this straw, and this is really good for smoothies because it's an extra wide straw. So I really like this tumbler for that reason, especially for those like thick protein shakes and things. This lid is awesome, and I'll have the lid listed below for you because it's actually an accessory of the Yeti. Number 8 for me is water enhancers. And as you can see, I have a huge variety. I do not like plain water. I never have. And before weight loss surgery, all I ever drank was mostly soda. And yeah, not good for us, right? And I try to concentrate more on drinking water. I'm not a huge water person, so I really have to make myself drink it. And it helps to have these water enhancers and water flavorings. I really like these True Lime and Lemon ones. There's different flavors, and you can find these at Walmart a lot of times on clearance, on special, 2 for this, 5 for that. And I really like the Propel Grape a lot too. And the Snapple ones are good as well. And these C4s are really good for working out. This is just lemon flavoring. It doesn't have any sweetener in it. So for that, if I need to sweeten it, I have these Splenda Zeros that I carry in my purse. This also comes in handy when I'm out and about if I have to do fast food. I love Chick-fil-A's tea, but I have to get it unsweetened because I don't want the sugar. So I carry this in my purse. It's never come open on me, and I absolutely never am without one of these. So I recommend that as well. And then there's all these Mios, and I like the Mios. The flavor's good. And then they have a different variety of types of flavorings. This one has electrolytes in it. There's some that have vitamins in them. For example, this one. And yeah, just all kinds of different flavors. This is the Mio Enhanced. As you can see, there's one that is a tea flavor, which I really like as well. And yeah, they just come out in all sorts of flavors. There's different kinds, so try them out. See which ones you like the best if you don't like plain water. If you like plain water, stick with it. That's better for you. That way you're not getting the artificial sweetening and stuff. So yeah, stick with it definitely if you like plain water, but I don't. And this Skinny Girl, I like it pretty good too. So those are my favorites, and I definitely recommend, like I said, if you don't like plain water or you need a change from plain water, have yourself a variety and have them on hand. I carry them in my purse. When I was working outside the home, I had tons of them in my desk. They're in my car. They're just everywhere. So I highly recommend these as well. Number 9 are meal prep containers. This particular set I just picked up on Amazon recently. This one has 2 compartments. You can pick up smaller ones for when you're newly post-op and you're not eating as much, but when I meal prep now, I meal prep for myself and my husband. And so for myself, I'll go ahead and just weigh it out in each container. But meal prepping is a really good idea, and it's good to have a nice divided type of meal prep container. But I think these are very important to help us kind of keep on track. And since I purchased these, I've been doing a lot better with my meal planning. So I highly recommend these as well. There are all sorts of different types of meal prep containers. They have some that are, I think, even 3 compartments, but I don't typically do that because I can't eat very much. So all I need is 1 protein and 1 veggie, and I'm good. And last but not least, number 10 is Pinterest. I highly recommend the Pinterest app for recipes. Pre-op, I had tons and tons of cookbooks and things, and I have recently decluttered those and gotten rid of a lot of them because I don't really cook that way anymore. I kept my favorite ones, and I still have way too many. I need to get rid of some of those, but I have stopped buying cookbooks. I know there are a lot of bariatric type cookbooks out there, keto cookbooks, you know, weight loss, Weight Watchers. I know a lot of those are out there, but Pinterest is a huge and great source for recipes, and you don't have to go to the expense of buying the book. And people share their recipes on there all the time, and I use Pinterest all the time for my recipes. You can find anything you need on there. If you're doing keto, if you're vegan, if you're a vegetarian, if you're a bariatric patient, there are lots of recipes on Pinterest. I know a lot of us tend to get into a rut of eating the same thing over and over again because it's easy, it's what we're used to. But if you get sick of something in particular, or you want to try something new, go to Pinterest and put in the search bar bariatric friendly or bariatric recipes or high protein recipes, low carb recipes, and you will get tons of them to try. So I highly recommend Pinterest as a fabulous tool for weight loss surgery patients. That is my top 10 list of must-have tools after weight loss surgery. I certainly hope you guys will list your favorites in the comment section below for everybody to check out. I really appreciate you watching my video. Once again, if you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that now. And at the end of the video, I will list my very first introduction video. If you would like to watch my journey from the beginning, you can get started with that video and you will see the process that I have gone through along the way. All right, guys, thanks again for watching my video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.